Welcome to Vibrant Numerals. In this video, we're going to talk about this I am energy that seems to be coming in quite strongly right now. I'm Elizabeth, and I help spiritual practitioners and number enthusiasts apply numerology to their practice and to their everyday life. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share. So I'm making this recording in July 2025, near the end of July. But this phrase, I am who I am, has been coming up a lot in the vibrational tapestry. And themes around I am who I am have been coming up a lot in many different areas of life. And these would be themes around not just identifying yourself. What stand are you taking? What side of the line do you stand on? Where are you going, but also how your purpose, or mine, I am, how that purpose fits within the bigger picture. So how does my purpose and who I am impact my family, impact my community, add to the bigger purpose of the world around me? And I saw this heavily before in 2023, and I think we are seeing it again for some very particular reasons. So, first of all, the phrase I am does equal 23. And so that's why it made sense that we would first have this start coming up in 2023, that there was very big 23 energy. And 23 is the examination of growth, remembering that all vibration is neutral. And so that means your growth um, can be in any direction. It could be in a direction that is good for you, and that's how we typically think about growth. But it could also be in the opposite or wrong direction, where it's actually taking you farther away, because growth really is about pulling you away from where you were. Now, is that pulling you forward towards a bigger, better place, or is it pulling you backwards to a different place? Or could it be pulling you to a whole different direction and pulling you away from where you actually want to be? So it's this growth that's happening that then is making clear where the dualism is in your life. Where is the line between the extremes? When we think about this number 23, this vibration 23, yes, it goes to a 5, which is all about change, but it's where is that change coming from? The change is coming from the direction in which you are growing, the 3, and then what extremes are being included in that growth, or what extreme are you growing towards? With a 2, we don't want to be balancing between the extremes. We want to be either going to one extreme or the other, which neither extreme is really good for you. It's not good to be at extremes at all. So you could be creating a whole new space that recognizes and acknowledges all extremes. Um, but the changes that you see in yourself and in other people can be go back to what growth was made and what extremes are included within that growth. That is I am. And if we look at this phrase again, I am who I am. Now we have I am on either end. So we have 23 on both sides. And that's now creating this 5-5 portal that's rotating around. But when we look closer at the word who is actually made up of two 23s also. And so now it's not just a portal, it's this big, huge whirlpool, because now we have 23, 23, 23, 23. And this movement is creating this whirlpool around I am. It's creating this whirlpool around who you are as an individual, and it's drawing in any thing that is connected to I am, or that you're connecting to I am. So there's these four pieces that kind of work together and come together to make I am. And it's really important to recognize where these are coming from and what they entail. So when we think about I am who I am, we have these four different I ams that are coming together to make up this vibrational being of who you are. And it begins with I am of God. I am of a higher power. I am of this bigger vibrational, energetic being, whether it's the universe, God, goddess, whatever that bigger than you vibrational energy is. You first have to recognize the I am, the part of you that is connected to something bigger than you. That vibrational connection that's bigger than you. That is the first I am. And then that I am can help you establish the I am of who you are as an individual. Who do you represent? What is it that makes you you? And in thinking about what makes you an individual and what makes you you, the third I am comes in place where it's I am not. Because to be able to say, this is who I am, what I represent, and how I take my place in the world, you also have to recognize that other flip side, that mirror image side of I am not. So by presenting who you are, you also are looking at who you are not. And so as we are examining this I am energy, as more of this Aries energy is coming into play with Saturn and also Neptune, we're going to get more and more of this I am energy. And these are the first three places that we really have to look deep. We have to look at who is the part of who I am that is connected to this bigger vibration. And how does that relate to who I am, who I present to the world, and then who I am not? Because you're actually both. Um, so that I am not is a lot of times that shadow part of ourselves that we like to hide away. It's that vulnerable part of us that we like to act like doesn't exist. But it is still part of who you are. So being able to say, I am not that, actually is part of I am. It is part of who you are. Once we're able to really look at these three, these are huge. It takes people years to really examine this, but understand who they are. Then that's when we can get to this fourth I am of I am all. So all things are me, I am all things. So it begins and ends with this bigger, larger set of vibrations, where it begins with this larger, higher vibration of God and what part of that is connected to you vibrationally, but then recognizing that who you are as an individual, what you represent, I am, and what you don't represent, I am not, or that you hide away, is still connected to I am all. It connects you to nature, it connects you to other people, it connects you to your community, it connects you to the bigger world. And this is also how our purpose flows. Our purpose, our gifts, our talents, our skills are given to us from God, from a higher power. We incorporate that into who I am and who I am not, and then we send it out into the world to I am all. Let me know what you think in the comments below about this statement of I am who I am, and let's keep this discussion going. I'm sure we'll talk about this more as Saturn and Neptune are amplifying this Aries energy. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks. Bye.